Charging your phone constantly is a big frustration. If you are an above average user, then you need to charge your device at least twice in a day, because not all the smartphones will have 5000 milliampere battery or also 6000 milliampere battery like the ASUS 6Z or also the Galaxy M31. So in this video we'll see how to charge your phone as soon as possible. I hope you guys will like this video, and without any further ado, let's get started. So the first trick, guys, is to turn on your aeroplane mode. What happens is the maximum power consumption in your smartphone lies in the network affairs. It always constantly wants to change the networks, because if you are moving in a train, then your battery will be going like anything. Also, if you are moving at least in a bike or a car, then it will keep on changing after every 2.5 kilometers, because the network range is 2.5 kilometers, single tower's range. So what happens when you turn on this aeroplane mode is all the network affairs will be shut, so your phone can actually charge very quickly. The second one being very obvious, I hope you guys all know this. Whenever you're charging your smartphone, just turn it off. So what reviewers in their battery test do is they won't actually install any SIM card. What happens is they'll always plug into the Wi-Fi, which will not take much of the battery. So there lies the truth. Whenever you want to charge, you can either switch it off or you can actually put it to aeroplane mode. This is nice and it will actually help you to get the phone charged very quickly. What you need to do is go to the settings app and there about phone, and you need to click on the build number 7 times, and your smartphone may show the number of presses remaining, but whatever, you just have to press 7 times, and in settings after that you will be getting this option called developer option. In the developer option, you need to go to the USB configuration. On this USB configuration, you need to select this option called charging. Make sure it's just ticked. So that is one thing that you need to remember also. You need to activate when you buy a new smartphone, or also if you have not yet done it, then please do in your current smartphone. The next thing is always connect your charger to wall socket, not to any of the PCs, because the amount of power that this PC gives using this is very less. It will be like 0.5 milliamperes. So what I suggest is always go for the wall sockets, so that they will deliver more power with the adapter that you have in the phone box. And also you need to know this about the wattage of the charger. Like if I take this adapter, this is from Samsung, and here in the output section you will see there is 5 volts and 1.55 amperes. And how to calculate wattage from this adapter is you need to multiply both of them, 5 into 1.55, that will be around 10 or 9.5 volts. So that is the charging rate of this adapter. Now if I take this adapter, this has 5 volts and 2.4 amps, and that does mean it is a 12 watt fast charger. Not a very fast charger, but a pretty standard charger. So you need to remember this information, and also the cable that you buy genuinely. And I've made a completely different video for this section on how to check whether the charger is genuine or safe to plug it into your smartphone. Please stay tuned for that and subscribe to the SOSIC. The next thing what you can do is, in case you are traveling a lot, then you can't actually search for sockets everywhere in the bus or in the car. What you can actually do is you can carry a power bank, which is very simple. You can buy the MI that I have here. You can buy this MI power bank. It is just very thin and light. Not really light, but it's very portable. It's 10,000 milliamperes, and I can charge my phone using this for almost 4 times. Makes sense. Now the next thing is to avoid wireless charging, because we are not in that era to always use our wireless charger, because the wattage that we get from the wireless chargers are very less, because most of the wireless charger apart from Samsung's, which actually support 15 watt wireless charger, are 5 watts. Even the Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max has crazy name, so even that has 5 watts of wireless charging, which is actually very low compared to the 2020 standards. Also, there are smartphones which can support 30 watts like the OnePlus 8 Pro, but you need to have a proprietary charger and it won't support other devices. So there is a caveat. Anyways, if you are in a hurry, then don't go for wireless charging. Always use the cable. The next thing about the lithium ion batteries is that whenever it is hot, the charging will take very slowly. So just make sure that you remove your case or also keep it in the cool place, not in the direct sun or very well lit room or wherever under the table or inside a cupboard. Sometimes people do that. So just don't do that and make sure it is in a cool place so that charging will take rapidly. At least what it is meant to be. Next thing is to use a high quality cable because not all cables are genuine that you buy. So just make sure you keep your cable that you get in the box very safely, or also even if it wears out, then you need to buy the genuine charger. I'm not only telling you to buy from the exact brand because the Google charger costs around 4000 rupees, which is not actually a good price to buy a single charger. I can buy the Realme Buds there. So what you can do is buy a branded charger. Not only by the mean branded charger, I don't mean the Apple charger or anything, but I mean the Qi certified charger. Also, you need to use high quality cables. What happens is there are two types of cables. So inside this cable, there are actually four wires. One is of green, white, black and red. The red and black are used for charging and the green and white are used for data transfers. So what happens is most of the architecture, even in the cables itself, are 28 gauge. So 28 gauge is really slow and it will support only 0.5 amperes of charging. So you need to buy a good quality cable here. So it will at least support 2 amperes. So what happens there is the architecture there will be 24 gauge. So it will be a thick cable and also big inside. And make sure you don't always charge your smartphone to 100%. Make sure it is always there in between the 40 to 80% range so that your battery lifespan will be very good. What I also recommend is to clean your lightning port. In case of these cables, what happens is there will be some debris or dirt that will be stuck inside this port. So when you clean it, the charging will take rapidly, or also when you're using the lightning port, it has many grooves. So cleaning is actually nice and better for both of the things. You can actually protect your smartphone and also the cable. There are some suggestions from different websites that you can use a fast charger for a slow phone. What happens is if I put a 65 watts charger to my phone, it will blast. What happens there is there will be two different compartments for batteries so that the 65 watt charger can actually work properly. In case of these smartphones, there will be one battery and there will be no cooling fans like we see on the red Magic phones. So the internal heating will be very much and there will be chances of blasting. So I don't suggest using an MacBook charger for charging your iPhone. It's actually better to use your normal charger, but you can go up to 10 watts for an iPhone because 10 watts is not so high and it can actually take advantage. Because most of the iPhones still, I believe, the iPhone 10 can only support 5 watts of supply. Whereas in case of iPhone 11s, you get that 18 watts fast charger, not even fast charger actually. Some other tips that I can give to you is to decrease your brightness as low as possible and also stop playing any songs or watching YouTube or even playing games while charging. That will actually reduce a lot of battery life and also charging will be very slow. Now what happens when you're playing intense games is when you're plugged into the charger, the direct power from the adapter will go for the game consumption and your battery will not be charged. And here are some main things that you need to note, that is you need to shut down your Chromecast and NFC. Please turn off your NFC whenever you're not using it because NFC will take a lot of juice. And you can also turn off your Bluetooth or Wi-Fi if you wanted to charge very quickly. So that was pretty much everything about this whole session. I hope you guys liked it. If yes, please hit that subscribe button, it really means a lot to me. That being said, my name is Rahul and I am signing out. Take care guys.